Ethan had always dreamed of owning a house. At 26, he found a Victorian home on the outskirts of town, priced unbelievably low. The jittery realtor mentioned something about history, but Ethan was too busy imagining renovations. The first few nights were uneventful, just the usual creaks of an old house. But by the end of the week, strange things began to happen. Doors slammed shut on their own, shadows flickered in the corners of his vision, and the air often carried a bone-chilling cold. One night, as Ethan lay in bed, he heard a faint whisper in his ear, "Get out." Ethan laughed it off, dismissing it as ghost stories. He prided himself on being a rational thinker, but the activity only escalated from there. A mug flew off the kitchen counter, shattering against the wall. Lights flickered at random, and his reflection in the bathroom mirror once smirked at him when he wasn't smiling. Still, Ethan stayed. He was stubborn and didn't want to lose money on his investment. Determined to prove the hauntings were nonsense, Ethan set up cameras around the house to capture any activity. When he reviewed the footage the next morning, his stomach churned. He saw himself walking in the dead of night, whispering to someone unseen, his eyes wide and glassy. The whispers were faint but clear. "I can't leave. They won't let me." Terrified but unwilling to give in, Ethan decided to confront whatever was haunting the house. He researched old records and found a chilling history. A family had vanished from the home decades ago. Locals believed their spirits remained, angry and restless. Armed with this knowledge, Ethan performed a makeshift cleansing ritual he found online. He recited chants, burned sage, and demanded the spirits leave. The house fell silent for the first time in weeks. Ethan was triumphant, muttering to himself, "Just a bunch of old legends." The next morning, he found a letter on his kitchen table. The handwriting was elegant and old-fashioned. "Thank you for freeing us. Now it's your turn." Confused, Ethan crumpled the note and threw it away. But when he tried to leave for work, the front door wouldn't budge. Neither would the windows. His phone had no signal. Panic set in as the whispers began again, louder and more insistent. Weeks passed. Ethan's friends noticed he'd stopped answering calls. The realtor, growing suspicious, visited the house and found it eerily empty. No trace of Ethan anywhere. He sighed and added it back to the listings, slashing the price further. A month later, another young buyer signed the papers. Ethan watched from the upstairs window, his face pale and ghostly. The house always got what it wanted.